Hey guys, it's Brett, your Scentsy fragrance consultant. I'm here with my warm reviews of the Wicked collection, the three new bars that came out, and then I have like 3 other bars that I've warmed through, LTO bars that I'm gonna just add on the end here real quick. I figured I'd just talk about them before I do my next empties video because that may be a little while. So first up, we're gonna go over the Wicked collection. I wanted to try to get this video out today, Sunday, November 30th, because they go away today, after today. Hopefully I can get this video up by the end of the day, hopefully, within the next few hours here. So maybe you see this and decide if you want to get them before they go away by the end of the day, late tonight. So here is the bag that came in. I showed you when we did our little first sniffs. Has a cute little green velvety bag, and it's got the little paper with the scent notes in there, but they're so little I can't read them, so I have them on my phone. So I'm gonna go from my number 3 to number 1, least favorite to my favorite. So number 3 is Friends for Good. So the notes for Friends for Good are sweet vanilla orchid with a hint of green, brings out the best notes of wild strawberry. So sweet vanilla orchid, wild strawberry, and hint of green. So I said this was really nice on my cold sniffs. I really liked it on cold sniff. But on warm, it just, something warming, when it warmed, it was just not, it was just kind of okay. It was nice. It was nice, but nothing too exciting when it was warming. But it was just kind of light. That's another reason why I didn't love it as much. It was just very light for me. I think I've heard some other people say theirs performed pretty well, but mine was pretty light for me. I'd say like a 4 to 5 out of 10, just kind of light. And then the scent was pleasant, but nothing too amazing on warm. I mean, I didn't get a lot of strawberry. I got more of that vanilla orchid. You do get a little bit of floral, a touch of green, but not much. Mostly like a vanilla orchid, kind of perfume body care. Yeah, I don't get much strawberry though, but pleasant, but just light and nothing I would get again on that one. So that's my number 3, Friends for Good. And number 2 is Green Girl Power. And the notes are wild jasmine notes uplifted by fresh greens and powerful dark amber. So we have greens again in this one, but with amber and jasmine. Yeah, I really like this one. I like this one even more on warming. Kind of the opposite. The Friends for Good, I liked it more on cold, but not as much warming. This one, I liked it even more warming than I did on cold. So the greens in this come out a lot more when it's warming. It's not complete greens though, but there's a decent amount of greens in here. The green note in there. And I really like green notes, so I did really like this. But then underneath that green notes, I would say a little floral from the jasmine. It's not a real floral, but there's just a hint of that floral. And there is some amber. So mostly greens with a mixture of like a light floral with some amber in there. Really nice. I don't think this is really perfumey body care necessarily though. I get a little bit, I like the greens with that mixture of that amber and the jasmine. Really pretty, really nice, kind of fresh like, really good. Yeah, really nice. I prefer this over the Shrek Fairy Tale Ogre Bar. I was wanting more greens than that, but that turned out to be a little more apple. That was definitely a free category. This I think would be more in the fresh category because it's definitely got more greens than like the fruit from, well, there's not really no fruit in here. It's just jasmine and amber, so there's no fruit. So maybe that's why I like it more, because usually with green notes, green scents, they'll put apple in there. And the Fairy Tale Ogre did have more apple. And it was just kind of okay. I like this way better because there's no apple or no fruit. It's just that greens with a little floral and then jasmine. So I just like this mixture better. So yeah, I really like that. And it performed really, really good. It was a good like 7.5 to 8. And it lingered for like, gosh, I want to say 3 days or so. And then I took it out of my warmer because I needed to get warming some other stuff. I probably could have left it in there longer than 3 days. I just kept smelling it in the bedroom, master bedroom. I warmed all these in the master bedroom. But yeah, I like that quite a bit. But my number one was Pink Girl Perfection. And the notes on Pink Girl Perfection are pink bubblegum and sugared strawberry notes made even brighter with the perfect amount of citrus. This was so good. And it's just a good bubblegum scent. Yeah, if you like a good bubblegum scent, you need to get this because it's so good. That's pretty much all I get. I don't really get strawberry. I thought maybe it could lean like a strawberry bubblegum, but not really. I don't think strawberry bubblegum, I just think bubblegum. I mean, it could be kind of bazooka bubblegum. Some people may say bubble yum. So, you know, there's kind of a difference between like bubble yum and bazooka, but I think it leads a little bit more towards bazooka. I would have to have both those gums here next to me to really sniff compare the differences, but from my memory of the gum, it's been a while since I've had bazooka or bubble yum, but I think it leans more bazooka. But yeah, so I get that gum. I don't get much strawberry, and it says, where am I at? Yeah, I don't get much sugar strawberry. And it says pink bubblegum, sugar strawberry, and citrus. So on cold, I did get a little bit of that citrus. I got like lemon on a cold. But when I warmed it, I didn't get any of that citrus really. I didn't get much lemon citrus at all. I didn't get strawberry. I just got mostly bubblegum. Just bazooka bubblegum. Really, really good bubblegum. Really strong. I mean, it was a good 7.5 in my not open concept, in my master bedroom. Good, strong, medium, really good. And this lingered quite a while as well. It was going into the third day. I could still smell it. By the end of the third day, it kind of died down some, so I did take it out. But it was good. Totally could smell it for at least 3 days. With my warmers turned off at night in the bedroom. I turn them off at night when we sleep. And then there was probably one day where I did have it turned off in the daytime at work. So it wasn't a full, like, you know, 3 full 24-hour days or anything. Keep that in mind. So I should, I'm trying to think. Okay, so probably if it was on in the evening, yeah, oh gosh, I want to say probably 5, 6, 7, 9, 8. Oh, I don't know. I can't remember exactly how. Well, I think one day Brad did turn the warmers on. I really probably should write all this down so I can give you exact time frame. But I would say if you keep your warmers on 24/7, it would probably last a couple days. Maybe not a full second day, but if you turn your warmers off and on at night, it would linger to the 3rd or 4th day. So yeah, I really like that. I put this in my quarterly club because we don't get many bubblegum sets at all. There is a bubblegum blast in the club vault bars. I haven't tried that yet, but I've heard that's good. But we'll see how it compares to that. All right, so that's the Wicked collection. Goes away at the end of today, so you have to either buy them or club them by the end of the day. So then I have 3 other bars here I'm just going to go over that I warmed through, some other LTOs. I have Lord of the Rings, Rivers of Rivendell. This is the new bar that came out in Lord of the Rings. This is a stampede of rushing waters creates a safe haven for bergamot, forest vetiver, and serene mountain pine. So we have bergamot, mountain pine, rushing waters, and forest vetiver. And the fragrance family is woods. This was nice. Nice. But I don't think I need it again. It wasn't nothing I was totally blown away by. Just nice. You get a little bit of pine in there. It's not real, like a lot of pine. Like it's when you hear pine, sometimes you'll think it's Christmas. It's not Christmassy at all to me. So it's not like a real Christmassy pine. It's just more of a just forest, woodsy type of a scent. Rushing waters. I do get rushing waters. I get some vetiver. A little bit of citrusy bergamot. It's not clone bergamot at all. Maybe just a little bit of a citrus bergamot. You really get the rushing waters. It's very fresh. Very fresh. A little bit of that vetiver. Touch of woodsy pine, forest trees kind of. Yeah, it's nice, but I enjoyed it. Just nothing I really need more of. So it was a light medium in my bedroom, master bedroom. Probably like a 7, right around there. So that's Rivers of Rivendell. Next up we have Cocoa Cashmere. This is the current November scent of the month. So the notes are frosted cacao, shimmers over elegant vanilla orchid, and coconut cream in the heart of cashmere woods. So we have cashmere woods, vanilla orchid, and coconut cream. And frosted cacao. Fragrance family is woods. So this is so pretty. Really, really pretty. You get a little bit of the woodsiness. It is a little wood. That cashmere woods is cashmere, like there was corduroy cashmere type of scents, but it's woodsy. A little bit of the floral vanilla orchid. I didn't get much coconut cream. And on cold or even on warm, I don't get a lot of coconut. I think on cold I might have got a little bit, but on warm I didn't get much coconut cream really. Maybe just a hint. A little hint of the frosted cacao, which is just basically cocoa. Just a touch of that cocoa in there. I say mostly the cashmere was a hint of floral, and maybe just a touch of cocoa. But it was a really pretty, kind of body care, like perfumey body care. Really pretty. But it's so light. So light. I had it going in the master bedroom. Actually, I think I have 3 bars here. Yeah. The first 2 bars I tried in the open concept, I actually had it going when we had some family over to watch the Chiefs football game a few weeks ago. It was a Sunday, and I put 1 bar in my kitchen, 1 bar in the living room, and I could barely smell anything at all. I will say though that sometimes when we have people over, it's really hard for scents to like throw, because I don't know if there's so many bodies in the house it just absorbs all the scent, or we did have some food going too, so maybe sometimes the food can kill the fragrances a little bit. Whenever we have people over, it's so hard for whatever I have going to smell very well. So that probably didn't help at all. But yeah, it was almost like a 0, maybe a 1 out of 10 in the open concept kitchen living room. I just couldn't smell hardly anything. So I had another bar, so I thought, let me try it in the master bedroom, and I could smell it better in there, but not much. I'd probably say maybe a 2 out of 10. Kind of remind me of, you know, Midnight Mahogany is really pretty but light. And then what's the one from the Harvest collection? Moonlight Whisper, really pretty too, but really light. It's in that same kind of vein. Really beautiful, gorgeous body care kind of scent, but just way too light. So if you don't mind like a really subtle background scent, you might be okay with it. But for me, it was just too light. So I won't be repurchasing that again. Really beautiful scent though. Just wish it was stronger. Then lastly, we have Sweet Tidings, and I think this was in the was it the Marion Bright or All's Calm collection? One of those collections. So the notes are: sparkling winter air drifts over groves of frosted orange and ice cedarwood. So the notes are frosted orange, sparkling winter air, and ice cedarwood, and the fragrance family is citrus. So if you saw our first sniffs, I actually think I did a first sniffs when we closed out one of our parties, and I got this through a party closeout. I didn't love it on cold sniff. I thought the orange smelled kind of funky, like a musty orange. Kind of like the orange that's in Orange Dreamsicle that was in Bring Back My Bar a few rounds back. It has that same orange that's in Orange Dreamsicle to me, which I feel like is kind of like a musty, funky kind of orange. Like a stale, old orange to me is what it smells like. It had that on cold to me, and I didn't love it, but I got a little bit of a bakery note when I first smelled it, but then on the bottom, it smelled more of that musty orange. So when I warmed it, I will say I liked it better. It wasn't near as funky to me as it was on cold when I warmed it. The orange is still kind of there, that little bit of a stale, funky orange is in there a little bit, but it's not as funky when it warms. So frosted orange, but sparkling winter air. I don't know if I really get like a winter air type of scent. Ice cedarwood. I don't know that I really get that either. There's a little bit of something bakery in here though. When it warms, I do get a little bit of a bakery. It's like a bakery with that kind of a orange, but a little bit of a stale orange. But because of that bakeryness in there, it comes out a little bit more when it warms. It kind of calms down that little bit of a funkiness that I smell on cold, and it's a little bit better. It wasn't like a complete love or anything, but I didn't mind it. Sometimes I went in the room, I was like, yeah, it smells really nice. I actually don't mind it, because I was thinking I was going to hate this because I just did not like it at all on cold. But that orange was slightly better when it was warming, and that bakery came out even more on warming. It just has some kind of like, I'm trying to think of what bakery note I'm smelling. Maybe, I don't know, like some vanilla, maybe vanilla, maybe some nutmeg-ish type of thing going on or something. I don't know, but it was not bad on warm. I don't know if I'd repurchase it necessarily, but if I got another bar, I'd happily warm it. But But yeah, that's Sweet Tidings. It's better for me on warm than it was on cold. All right, so that's, oh, and the strength on Sweet Tidings was pretty good. I mean, I warmed it yesterday. I still have it going in the master bedroom. It was about a 7.5 to almost 8 out of 10. It was throwing out into the living room. I could smell it out in the living room from the bedroom. And it's still going today. I can still smell it pretty well. So it's going into the second day. But I wanted to add this in here, so I'm not sure if it's going to last a third day or not, but it's doing fairly well still on the second day. All right, so that's my reviews of the Wicked Collection and Sweet Tidings, Rivers of Rivendell, and Cocoa Cashmere. So everything is available. Actually, Sweet Tidings is sold out too, so you can't get Sweet Tidings. Rivers of Rivendell, I believe, is that going away? Yeah, I just checked. I don't think this is going away. I think it's still going to be available after the end of November. Cocoa Cashmere will still be available, but it's not going to be 10% off anymore after the end of November. So yeah, everything else is available. And then also going away at the end of November is the Gilmore Girls wax collection. So it's your last chance to get that today. And then today is also the last chance for the Always Get My Bar Club Vault bars. So those 300 bars that were added to the club at the beginning of November, I already did a video and talked about the scents and stuff and went over some of the ones I've had before and what I thought of them. Today's the very last day to either add them to a club, existing club, or create a new club. You can even do a one and done club, create a club. Once you get it, then cancel the club if you just want to do a one-time order. Today's the very last day, so make sure you add some or make an order, whatever you want to do with all those 300 bars, because after today, they're going to be locked up back into the vault. All right, so thanks for watching, and we'll see y'all in our next video. Bye.